In this example, we're going to look at a word problem that's going to introduce us to exponents. So let's read the problem carefully. Solve the problem below. Use the rectangle below to represent the problem visually. Don makes a rectangular 20 square foot cake for the state fair. After he wins the award, he wants to share it with the crowd. First, he cuts the cake into 2 pieces. Then he cuts the 2 pieces into 2 pieces each. Then he cuts all of these pieces into 2 pieces. He continues to do this a total of 5 times. How many pieces of cake does he have to share? Okay. So this is going to be our diagram of the cake, and this is going to help us keep track of this information. So there's a lot of cutting pieces into pieces coming on. I also put a table here. You should copy this table, and we're going to put number of cuts and the number of pieces of cake. I'm actually going to start by saying right now we haven't cut the cake, and there's 1 piece. Okay. So now I'm going to do the first cut. First, he cuts the cake into 2 pieces. I'll put a little check here, and these should be equal pieces, but we'll just do our best. So after 1 cut, there are 2 pieces. Then he cuts the 2 pieces into 2 pieces. So these are 2 pieces. Let's cut them each into 2 pieces. So now that's in 2, and this is 2. Check that off. And after 2 cuts, we have a total of 4 pieces. Then he cuts all of these pieces into 2 pieces. So we're going to take the 2 pieces and cut each of them into 2 pieces. I'm going to go like this. Notice that these were the 2 pieces. I split them into 2 pieces each, and the same over here. So now, even though we cut twice, we're going to consider this the 3rd cut that he made, the 3rd series of cuts. And there are 8 pieces. He continues to do this a total of 5 times. So we've done this 3 times so far, so we want to cut all of these in half 2 more times. So let's use black. So here's how I'm going to cut these in half. I'm going to go like this and this. So that was our 4th series of cuts. And now notice there's 16 pieces. Now just one more time, I'm going to cut these in half vertically. So those 4 in half, those 4 in half, those 4 in half, and those 4 in half. And notice now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, a total of 32 pieces. And we found the number of pieces of cake he has after doing this 5 times. So you may notice a pattern. With each cut, the number of pieces doubles. So we took 1 piece and broke it into 2. 1 times 2 is 2. We took 2 pieces, broke each of those into 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 pieces, each of them into 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 pieces into 2. 8 times 2 is 16. And then 16 times 2 is 32. Okay? And notice in each case we were multiplying. So now we want to write a mathematical expression that represents the total number of pieces in which Don cut the cake. So let's use this idea. We don't just want to write 32. Let's use this idea that we multiplied by 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll say 2 times, that was our first cut, 2 times 1, then 2 times 2, so we multiplied by 2 again. From here to here we multiplied by 2. From 8 to 16 we multiplied by 2. And 16 to 32 we multiplied by 2. And when we multiplied this all out, we have 32. Now, you may have noticed writing this is a little bit cumbersome. You can imagine if you cut the cake 20 times that this would be really, really tedious. So notice what we have here is 5 factors of 2. So remember, we call the numbers that we're multiplying factors, and here our factors are the same, they're all 2, and we have 5 of them. So our new notation, which is going to be exponents, is to write 5 factors of 2 in a more simplified form. We'll write 2, put a 5 up here, and we say 2 raised to the 5th power, and that's going to be 32. Okay? So, this long expression of 5 factors of 2 can be written using an exponent this way. The number 2 is called the base, and the 5 is called the exponent. The 2 is a number we're multiplying repeatedly, and the 5 is the number of times we multiply that number by itself.